Hi, everybody. It's Nanette and Meredith. Did I say that right?
Yeah,
Sometimes I think I
you
say
did.
it wrong. Okay. We are here again for the energy report on the full moon in the Hunter's Blue full moon in Taurus.
I love it.
For
Oh my God, you've done your research.
I know my stuff. I know what it's called anyway. The rest I kind of just feel into. And if do you want me to give that report first, and
Oh,
then
absolutely. I always love knowing how that works.
and keep in mind she'll have more information. Probably this is just what's coming to me, and we're all individuals. So um, this full moon energy, it feels to me like if you take it, I think one thing first I want to say, I think it's important to be active in this one. I feel like you have to actively maybe meditate or take some time quietly to work through this, but because it feels like even now, even before it, it's a time to go ahead and work through a block or blocks that are keeping you where you're stuck. It's a good energy for that. It's a good energy for, hold on, because I got all this earlier. Help me out, help me out, help me out, spirit. For okay. And the moon energy is very good for um resolving the blocks and for pulling in. They want me to say the courage to move forward, the courage, the ingenuity, the a new plan that you hadn't thought of before, a new way of doing things to get you on your path or back on your path if you were pulled off your path. And what else? Because you told me something else earlier. What did you say? Okay. And it really can be an ending to a cycle that has been holding you back. That's all I have. Now we have the astrologer.
No, this is exactly on point, and that's why I really love hearing your point of view because it just validates everything. So okay, what's happening right now is that first of all, let me explain what a blue moon is when there are two full moons in a month. Within 1 month itself, because usually it's once a month. That is why it's called the moon cycle. It's a monthly cycle, and this happens every in 2-3 years. So it just kind of is very potent. And then of course it's on Halloween, and also this full moon it's a Taurus full moon, and generally full moons are about release. Now the moon is in Taurus, but the sun is in Scorpio, which is opposing. So whenever that happens, Taurus is generally full moons are about release, but Taurus resists release. So that's where the issue comes in. Yeah, that's what's happening. But there's one more thing going on now. Scorpio, the sun in Scorpio always rules. Scorpio rules power. It rules, how we use our power and also about how we give it away. So, and Scorpio is a time to investigate, to kind of dive deep into the matter, and it just kind of brings light to anything that's hidden. It gets revealed. Um, Now with Mars and Mercury both being in retrograde right now, all retrogrades, whatever their reputation is, but the one thing they bring to us is the energy to investigate. Like, it's not a good time to, of course, start anything new because it's not going to really progress too much, but it's great to kind of stop, think, get the feedback from the universe, course correct, and assess if you're in alignment with your intentions. And so it is really that time to go deep, very, very deep inside you, because of not only the energies that Scorpio is bringing, but also both the retrogrades are bringing. So that's where I'm saying, where you were so on point, where it's really time to dive deep. Now, what else is going on is that whenever Mars is in, so Mercury retrograde, a lot of us are familiar with. We know that, okay, the gadgets go down and communication gets affected, but Mars retrograde does something bigger, and it's been there for a while. It's been there since the last month. So it kind of, Mars is our energy, our mojo to move forward. So whenever there's Mars retrograde, we don't have enough energy to move forward. We feel like there's lack of energy. You want to kind of go inward. And the other thing that could happen is also conflicts at times, because again, Mars is that planet that, is about the vigor. And so it could bring conflicts in a way that they're passive aggressive, because you cannot confront directly. So you have to be very mindful about so they're kind of going on more in your mind, but it's hard to kind of speak up about it. So that energy again, like, allows you to investigate. So, okay, someone triggered me. Why did they trigger me? What's really going on in my mind? And what is the trigger itself? Instead of kind of directly going and confronting to them. So all of these retrogrades
Yes.
are making you like really think deep. But what's bigger now? There's something bigger than this that's going on. We're kind of at the end of a very long karmic cycle. That's what's going on. And it's shifting. So now, although Taurus is not comfortable with the shift, this Taurus full moon does make a very strong alignment with Uranus, the planet that shakes things up and brings complete sudden change. So whether you're ready or you're not, the change is coming. And I think it will serve you best to really prepare for the change and just allow yourself to go with it. It's because it is coming, whether, and it's always sudden. With Uranus, there's always a little surprise element to it. And it's more emotional than anything else. It's an emotional element because it's related to the moon. It's making an aspect to the moon, which is our emotions. And the Taurus aspect kind of, can bring that resistance. So once you investigate what is really stopping you from moving forward and allow that forward momentum to happen, and let that old karmic cycle, which is going, completely release, that's when you can fully embrace the flow that's coming in. There's so much going on, because whatever affects us at the micro level also affects at the macro level. And like, we have the elections coming in. There's so much going on that is going to literally bring giant shifts. So just be prepared for it, be okay with it, and just, be in surrender, let go, do your inner work, and then surrender for spirit to take over. At this point, really, that's what is the most
And
important.
we've been, at least on my channel, talking about surrender for a long time. Not an easy thing to get down. You may have to jump off that cliff right now for surrender if you're not prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'll give you some comfort. So Venus is moving in, moved into Libra, and so like its own, one of its own planets. So the energy gets a little easier. It just moved on the 27th, so last 2 or 3 days, the energy, although it peaks as the full moon comes, but there is support around. There is, you may be feeling what you're feeling, absolutely, because you're going through those endings, but and letting goes, but there's so much support that's coming through from the universe in terms of emotional support with this element. And then there is good news, because Mercury goes direct on the 3rd and Mars goes direct on the 13th, so it's not too far away. This big retrograde is ending soon.
Oh
And
yeah,
as
the
soon,
big change.
right, that's the big shift. And after the shift on the 13th, you'll have all this energy back. Your energy is going to come back to kind of go and go, and so right now, just kind of marinate in this introspective phase that's there, and then eventually, you will be ready, to move forward when the time comes, and it'll be better.
Yeah, I have something to say on that because, people who are actively doing their inner work. So, one of the things I think in this past week was it may have felt really challenging to some because things are coming up. Things are coming up that you felt like you've already cleared and healed and all that. And it feels like, help me with this. It's like the last hurrah. It's like here you go again. How does it feel? And it should feel less pulling, less painful, and you should come out on the other side feeling more empowered. And so my guides are saying this is a time to not focus on the fact that you were pulled back in. This is a time to focus on the I know they're giving me feelings like I'm getting chills, and I'm like, I want the word, the celebration of where you've come to, of pulling your own power in and standing in your power. This is what you need to move forward. Really? This is what you need to move forward. Buckle up, Buttercup.
There you go.
But it feels good. It feels good, buckle up, Buttercup, not buckle up, Buttercup. You're about to get knocked over. It feels like, because even a good big change, it can cause distress, period. So this is where the surrender she's talking about comes in, you know? Yeah.
Absolutely. No, you're right. It is a good change. It definitely is a good change for those of you that have done the inner work. You will not feel like you're just being pulled into the stream. You are prepared. You're ready for the next new thing that's coming. And you know, there's so I'll explain I'll define the energy exactly. So based on where you are, you'll understand what is coming to an extent. So we're working. There's a Jupiter-Pluto conjunction coming in the near future, and and the conjunction is with Pallas Athena. That's she is the goddess of truth. She's the asteroid, the goddess of truth, and so that was there in April. Then it was there in June, and now it's coming in November. So in a similar way, where your truth is going to be revealed and there will be new changes to your reality, but as long as you're aligned with your truth and you have let go of what does not serve you anymore, and made those adjustments during this retrograde period, then the truth that reveals is something that's going to, of course, feel good to you. But if you are not in alignment with your truth, where you are kidding yourself, if if something's not working and you're sticking to it, that's when it may be a change that kind of pulls you off your feet.
Yeah, and Michael he's like, say it. He keeps saying, and get out of your head. So for some people, get out of your head. Okay, focus more on your heart. It's so funny to hear a masculine energy say this, but it is where we're moving toward. And even the masculines who are doing their inner work understand that it's moving from the head to the heart. He says, for now, get out of your head and go with your heart. And then you're going to learn to align your heart and your head as you move forward. Wow. And you're going to learn to align the heart with the head as you move forward. That is amazing. That's good info. Really good info.
I love it. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Nanette.
Yes.
A lot of divine masculine work going on. And so if you are a man, you are really getting in touch with your emotions. And if you are a woman, then you are understanding your relationship with the divine masculine. So that is very interesting as you bring it up. And that's the whole element of the Taurus Scorpio. Scorpio was traditionally ruled by Mars, now Pluto, but that was the traditional ruler, and Taurus is ruled by Venus. So it is that divine masculine feminine element where
I was thinking that earlier when you were talking about the Mars and the Venus. I was like, that's interesting.
Right. Yeah. It literally is that energy of bringing into balance, meaning just really seeing where you are with it, and you're not, the giving and receiving is in balance, and how you work with the men in your life and the women in your life, and how that works out, right? So this, again, the retrograde was the time to kind of work that out. Now the good news, there's good news. So as much as this moon may feel like it's kind of bringing so much change and the Uranus is shaking you up, the next new moon that comes, which is in Scorpio, has no challenging aspects. It's just a smooth new moon. It's and then we have Jupiter and Saturn that are going into Aquarius soon. So Aquarius, moving into the Aquarian age, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and Jupiter will expand that energy and Saturn will structure it. So we're finally, like, we've all known we're moving into the age of Aquarius, but now it's finally bringing structure to it and really highlighting it. And so the shift that's coming is actually going to propel all of us at our individual levels and at the collective level to go more into the age, which is all about forward momentum, releasing of old traditional stuck kind of structures, and really being open to new ideas, new progress, new inventions even that come with Aquarius, that brings that kind of energy. It's a lot of electronic energy, so you know there could be a lot of new inventions or discoveries in that
But also
arena.
integrity. I keep hearing integrity too. Also integrity. So all of this with integrity, which is a huge, a huge change. Yes.
Yes, you have to be in your truth. That angle with Pallas Athena is just telling you that, like, if you're not in your truth, you still have time before the retrogrades end to revisit what's not working and release it so it does not swipe it off for you when the change comes.
Mm-hmm. That was amazing. Yay! I'm glad we got this done because we were talking earlier. We had challenges here. I want to say this for whoever's still here. um, you know, Marinez, sorry, Marinez. You know why I say Marinez is because that's how I remember how to spell your name, and that's why that's okay. Marinez was not able to do this video and wanted to do it at like 9 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. And I am not, for those of you who know me, know I'm not a morning person, but I knew it was important. So I agreed to it. I said, okay. And with everything like that, you know, if I commit myself to something that I know needs to be done, but I don't really want to do it that way, it always turns around for me. And here we are at 2:15 on Friday doing the video, and I got my way. I always get my way. I love it. I
Perfect.
love
I
it.
love how just, you know, the time just freed up and I'm like, okay, let's do it. This is important. We need to get this out there to them. So thank you,
Yes.
Spirit, for making it work in a way that worked best for both of us.
Right? For us Taurians who have a hard time with
Oh
change.
my goodness. Yes, yes. I'm with you, girl. I'm with you. I'm with you.
You
We
were
need our
making me
sleep.
laugh.
We cannot give up on our sleep.
I know, right? Okay. Well, we hope that this brings everyone comfort. If you have any questions, just ask them below and we'll take a look at it. If I don't know the answer, I'll send her a message and say to you, and we'll answer your question. Mwah! We love you.
Love you. Bye.
Okay, hold on. Because I'm bad at, okay, there we go.